Welcome to the channel with your friend Blessed Row. Southern cooking is the best, that's one thing we all know. Most comforting meals that everyone will love. Join Blessed Row, her cooking comes from the good heart.
Welcome to Blessed Row Cooks. Today I am going to be making some ranch hamburger steaks with homemade gravy. I have 1 pound of ground beef, and to this ground beef I am adding 3 tablespoons of my powdered ranch dressing. I am also adding some diced onions and bell pepper. This is optional, but I'm adding it to mine. If you don't like onions and or bell pepper, you can leave them out because the ranch is going to make it taste good anyway. After I add all of my stuff in, I'm going to go ahead and mix my meat up, and then I'm going to form it into 5 patties. Now over at the stove, I have my pot heating up. I have sprayed a little bit of nonstick spray in the bottom, and I'm going to go ahead and add my patties in and fry them up. My ground beef patties are ready. As you can see, they look really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm getting ready to remove them from the pot. And I'm going to add in the rest of the onions and bell pepper that I had cut up along with the diced ones. I had sliced them in bigger pieces. And so I'm adding that in with the drippings. I'm not going to drain any of the drippings from the pot. I'm going to use it to make my gravy. So what I'm doing is removing this, and then I'm adding in my onions and my bell pepper. I'm cooking my onions and bell peppers in the drippings for about a minute, and then I'm going to push them over to the side because I'm getting ready to add in 2 heaping tablespoons of flour. This is going to cook and make my roux. So after I add the flour in, I'm going to let the flour cook with the drippings. I'm cooking this roux for about a minute or so. You can cook it as long as you want to. Just keep stirring it. But I'm just getting a lighter color today because my beef broth is going to help darken my gravy. But if you want your gravy darker, then you can go ahead and let your roux cook longer in addition to adding your beef broth, and that'll help it get darker. So after I cook my roux to my desired color, as you can see, I'm going to go ahead and add in some water, and I'm going to stir it up. And now we're going to watch my water turn into gravy. It's going to thicken up after that roux and water combines together. And then I'm going to add in my granulated beef bouillon. You can also use beef broth, and you can use beef bouillon cubes. I'm also adding in some black pepper. After your beef bouillon dissolves into your water, this is the time that I will go ahead and taste it to see if I need to add any other options. Like you can add salt. I didn't add any salt to mine. And if you're using beef bouillon, it all depends on what kind you're using. You may want to add salt. I'm not sure, but taste it. And then you can decide if you need to add salt. But I didn't add any salt to mine because my beef bouillon was salty enough for me to omit salt. I didn't add any salt to this entire recipe, actually. All of the ingredients that I used today will be listed in the description box below, so be sure to check it out. Jot the recipe down. Try this recipe. It is so delicious. I paired mine up with some white rice, and I also made some carrots and green beans. We had some glazed carrots and some green beans, and it was really, really good. My family really enjoyed this. So as you can see, my gravy has darkened because after I added my beef bouillon in, and now I'm going to go ahead and add my beef patties back in. I'm adding this in, and then what I'm going to do is cover this, and I'm going to simmer it. If you have enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. If you have not enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a blessed and beautiful day, and remember to put God first in everything that you do.
screen, turn on your phone, turn on your laptop. We watching Bless Roll Show.